to the home of the BYU Cougars and LaBelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Houston Cougars offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's the first sack of the day, but I'll tell you what, this team has been doing it so far throughout the season. They're in the top 10 sacks for a reason. They pin their ears back, and they get after quarterbacks.
The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass, it's Fitzpatrick. Firing to the right, complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So BYU's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Punch it out of the air. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Under fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, fourth down in their own end, and they're going for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. This offense has it with really good field position. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Thurman. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Fitzpatrick. He's got his man. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
First and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. Use the play fake, now to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Fit it in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. TCU looked less like a pack of frogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in front of its home fans, and today they found a way outside of Carter Stadium. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
To the ground with the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Tollefson. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the gun, the ground game. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And BYU will get the first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
From the red zone, looking for a man. It's complete to the right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. The Cougars, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's third and goal. To the air, it's Tollefson. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he tacks on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Right down the middle. Finds a man on the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sight.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. The sure hands, it's Stone. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Found that space and picked up. to the 33.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet.
Breaks into the open. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Looking for a gap. It's Warren. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Back to throw. It's Fitzpatrick. Fires to the tight end. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Makes the grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. And the Cougars in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he got loose. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. And the timing just a hair off.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Going for 6. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They'll make the big play, get the touchdown.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Leaves it with the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. BYU right back to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun to give, looking for room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking to pass. It's Tollefson. Bringing the heat. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's strong. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, BYU! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback, good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Texas Tech is currently trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Patrick Mahomes, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to West Virginia. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. To the air, it's Fitzpatrick. Short gain on the play before he slides. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the side. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Houston.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Right on the money. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 for the 1st down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw. It's Tollefson. On target. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the 1st half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside LaVell Edwards Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Just about set to start in the second half. Houston will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Turner. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here of the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They've played really well in this first half.
Got a man. It's Turner. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The Cougars come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him.
Turning it on! They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Out of the gun. They'll run it inside. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Give to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. Got a man, it's Turner. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking for a crease. It's Turner. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Touchdown, Cougar! And they take it in for 6 more points. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play together and got in the end zone.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're tied up in the 3rd. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Going to the running game. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Looking left. Makes the catch. It's Watkins. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Fitzpatrick. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. 3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Cougars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Power football with the run. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And a nice job by the running back finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
Military stun! Military stun!
Might as well stick with him. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, just as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation where you had to throw the football.
From the gun, running back on the move. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll try the run. Powell powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's got him. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
To the air, it's Tollefson. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Good, right down the boulevard. And now they regain the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one. The Jones is just jam-packed today, but the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by a field goal over West Virginia. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Looking for room, it's Warren. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away, but you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
And the returner will be brought down. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Tollefson. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. BYU with the 1st and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give out of the gun. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Cougars are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I really like what I see from this offense with the lead in the 4th quarter, and they're moving the sticks. This is now the 6th play of the drive, and they've been able to stay on, bleed clock. They want to just continue doing exactly what they're doing right now.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And the Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Leaves it with the running back. He'll be stopped just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. 4th down coming. Let's see if they go for it here.
And in this game, this guy has shown you why he's one of the best in the country. He has so much ability at the running back position. Speed, quickness, the ability to break tackles, unbelievable vision. Already now with 150 yards rushing, the defense has no answer for him. They've got to find a way to slow this guy down.
They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, BYU.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Fitzpatrick. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot.
He lost one down the sideline. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Takes it the other way. And that pick will seal the game as the clock strikes 0. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.